Let's be blunt, most women don't appreciate your presence until you vanish. Until you go quiet. Until you stop doing everything they took for granted. That's when the game flips. That's when she starts feeling something. And guess what? It's not love. It's confusion. Ego shock. Uncertainty. You see, there's a difference between being missed and being noticed missing. Most guys think women will miss them because of how nice they were, how much they gave, how much they showed up. Nah. That's not how this works. That's not how attraction works. That's not how respect is built. Here's what women really miss: masculine presence with emotional discipline. The guy who doesn't flinch when she pulls away. The guy who doesn't chase. The guy who's rare. She misses his absence because his presence meant something. That's the difference. So let's break this down. What actually happens when you go ghost? At first, nothing. She doesn't care. She still gets attention from a dozen other dudes. Her phone's not dry. You are just another square on the screen. Easy come, easy go. But then, silence continues. And now there's no more dopamine boost from your attention. No more validation. No more comfort. No more feeling in control. Suddenly, she's not as sure of herself as she pretended to be. That's when the questions start. Why did he stop texting? Is he talking to someone else? Was I not enough? That's not love, bro. That's the ego talking. That's her addiction to control spiraling. Now here's where it gets interesting. If your presence never made an impact, your absence won't either. If you were just another nice guy doing backflips to make her smile, she won't flinch. She might even feel relieved. You became too available. Too predictable. Too easy. But if you had standards, if you made her earn your time, if you showed strength, leadership, and purpose while you were around, oh yeah. Now the silence hurts. You didn't just disappear. You created a void. And she feels it. She starts testing. Not always directly. Women are subtle. She views your story. She likes an old post. She posts a little extra skin on her feed. She shows up at places where you might be. She's not reaching out, she's baiting. She wants to see if you'll break the silence. If you'll give her that dopamine hit again. This is where most guys fail. They take the bait. They think it means she wants them back. But it's not about you. It's about her ego. She doesn't want you, she wants control back. So what do most guys do? They crumble. They reply fast. They get emotional. They fall right back into the same loop, and boom, she gets bored again. She knows she's still got you. That's when the ghosting becomes permanent. Because the mystery is gone. The game is over. And you lost. Now listen close, a man who knows his value doesn't flinch. He doesn't need to prove anything. If a woman is confused about his worth, he lets her stay confused. He doesn't explain. He doesn't beg. He withdraws. And here's the best part, when you do this right, when you disappear for real, not to manipulate, but because you're focused on your own mission, you force the truth out of her. She either steps up, or fades out. That's the power of absence. It removes all the noise. It removes the mask. No more fake smiles. No more performance. No more maybe she just needs time. She makes her move. Or she doesn't. Let me be brutally honest, if she doesn't care that you disappeared, you were never valuable to begin with. If she moves on like nothing happened, she was just entertained by your presence, not invested in your value. And that's a hard pill for most men to swallow. But you need that pill. Because it gives you the clarity you've been avoiding. Let's talk about emotional control. Women aren't used to men who can regulate their attention. Most guys are simps by default. Texting too much. Checking stories. Double texting. Always available. always reacting. But when you stop, when you go completely silent, when you don't explain, don't beg, don't react, you hit her ego hard. She'll act like she doesn't care. But behind the scenes, she's spiraling. Because women are used to control. Emotional control. And when you don't play the game, you flip the power dynamic completely. Suddenly you're the mystery. You're the one in control. You are unpredictable. And that makes you attractive in a way most men will never understand. Let me give you some truth bombs. Your silence is not weakness. It's a weapon. Her reaction to your absence is the real test. Not how much she laughed at your jokes when you were around. A woman who can replace you quickly was never yours. And that's not your loss. That's your freedom. Here's another thing, distance creates desire. Why? Because human psychology doesn't crave what's always available. It craves what's rare. What's earned. What could be lost. So when you step back, you force her to feel something she didn't expect, insecurity. And that's powerful. She'll start asking herself questions she never had to ask before. Why doesn't he want me anymore? Was I too cold? Did I mess this up? And while she's overthinking, you're living. You're focused. You're leveling up. You're in the gym, building your purpose, building your peace. You don't chase. You attract. That's real masculine energy. Let me say it again, you don't chase. You attract. And the best part? If she comes back, really comes back, it won't be with games. It won't be with thirst traps. It won't be with subtle "hey stranger" texts. It'll be with humility. With effort. With respect. She'll ask to see you. She'll be vulnerable. She'll admit she felt your absence. That's the only way it matters. But if she doesn't, if she just fades out, or pretends like you never mattered, cool. Let her. Because the man who really wins is the one who's not afraid to lose. Let me hit you with this. You don't win by getting her back. You win by finding out the truth. And truth only shows up when the noise stops. So cut the noise. Cut the chasing. Cut the performance. Go ghost. Focus on your life. Build something that makes you proud to wake up in the morning. Be the kind of man whose presence is a privilege, not an expectation. And the kind of man whose absence is a lesson. If she respects you, she'll come correct. If she doesn't, she never deserved you in the first place. Don't argue with that. Don't overthink it. Accept it. And move. Because a man who knows his value never begs to be chosen. Now tell me something, when you went silent, what happened? Did she step up? Or did she show her true colors? Drop your story in the comments. I'm reading all of them. And if you're tired of playing the same broken game, subscribe. Hit that button. This channel's for men who are done being confused. Done being too available. Done being soft. You're not here to be liked. You're here to be respected. See you in the next one.